We're live. Hey everybody, welcome to Muni Misfits in the morning. My name's Chris Larson, head golf professional at Osgood Golf Course. To my left here, I've got head golf professional Greg McCullough, Edgewood Golf Course, along with El Zegel. Greg, how you doing today?
Good morning, everyone. How's it going today? We think we're one misfit short. We're really not sure.
We were one misfit short
Last
2
time,
weeks ago, yeah.
I think maybe he's dumped us. He does kind of forget sometimes what he's doing. So Matt Cook, if you're out there somewhere, hopefully you're okay.
He's going to be coming. He asked me today, he said, what is hotter than hot? And I said, sizzling. And so he said, I will be coming in sizzling today. So,
yeah.
Anyways, today, we've got kind of a fun show today. We're set up on the driving range here at the beautiful Edgewood Golf Course. We're going to be doing a little swing tips today. Are you doing the swing tips?
Sure.
Are we all doing it?
We're going to triple team them or single team them well, I can't triple team them because Matt's not here.
So, and we'll be helping out our pace of play, Pace Meyer, our production manager, producer, the guy behind the scenes, fact checker. So anyways, happy to help and awesome day to be out on the driving range. So if you haven't tuned in to the Muni Misfits before, this is Fargo golf all the time. We talk about what's happening.
The walking OB stakes.
Wow, look at you.
Jeez, so fashionably late.
I was just checking out the traffic.
Yeah.
Traffic report.
What would you like to know? All the way from South Moorhead all the way to North Fargo. I can tell you exactly what it's like.
I'm assuming it was just a blur. Like everything was just flying by. Were you going about 80 down University or what?
I would not disobey any traffic directions.
All right. So now to my other left here, this is Matt Cook, head golf professional at Rose Creek. So we're just doing introductions and
nice
razzing you the entire time.
I love it.
All right.
I would have it no other way.
Well, let's talk about what's happening at our golf courses. So, Cook, you had some stuff happen yesterday. You just got done with Midsummer.
Yes, I can't believe it. It's already is Midsummer. That's really crazy.
Right.
But we had our Rose Creek Men's Club Midsummer on Thursday, yesterday, and had a nice turnout. I think we ended up having 126 individuals that played. Had some good scores. We had an upper and lower division. Cooper Opheim took home the honors with a 70, so he was 1 under.
Oh, nice.
So that was good playing by Cooper. Dave Gamer took home the senior division, shot 71. Man, he's a good player. He's steady. He's kind of all around that mark. You can just pretty much just nail that one on in.
And
71.
You had bagpipers out there.
Yeah, you know what? We like to not hold back. You go big or you go home, all right? It was just, it was awesome as far as the timing. We ended up having a wedding out on our back patio at Rose Creek, and they had bagpipes, the whole works. And the shotgun was going to be at 3 o'clock. 2 o'clock is when the wedding is. So they're starting this wedding. We got the people out there in their kilts and playing, and everybody's like going, wow, you know.
You shouldn't have said anything. You pulled out all the stops. I saw that image, and I'm like, geez, I got to up my game here.
Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. It kind of gave a little bit of extra spice to a nice day.
That's cool. What do you got going on?
We had our Midsummer on Tuesday.
All right.
Yeah, out here at Edgewood, 18 holes. Congratulations, Pat McClellan won his first major.
Wow.
At Edgewood Men's Club. He shot 1 under par 70, beat Scotty Sorva by 1 shot. So
really,
this is kind of our week that we get to do things like that. Otherwise, we have leagues on Tuesday, leagues on Thursday. Actually, next week we are just regular golf the whole week next week. Our superintendent is kind of taking a little breath here. He's kind of happy with what's going on. So, how about you, Chris?
So we have some leagues going on tonight. I think the last time we spoke, we were talking about couples night. Couples night has become a little bit of a monster in a good way, right? So we have a lot of like when we put out the invite for couples night, it's like that thing fills up like crazy. So I think we're on to something with couples night. Tonight we have trivia night, and that thing is going to be a blast. We've got 15 teams of 4 set up to go out, and for a 9-hole golf course, that's a full boat. And gosh, anytime we do family or junior stuff, it just goes off like gangbusters at Osgood. So really excited for a big night tonight. And then past that, we have a lot of open play coming up too at Osgood. So man, when you get going through the crux of summer and then you just see an open schedule, and especially I think too for the public golfers, they like that, right? I just getting back to the basics of golf, and let's just, hey, get your group and let's go play. It's nice when we have that open calendar. So open.
Speaking of
the
open.
So yeah, who do you guys like?
Well, Tiger now that he's playing.
I know that's gonna be fun.
You guys can have the field. I'll take El Tigre.
I don't know.
No.
JP Morgan, what do you shoot? 44? No, 74, 77.
We're glad he's playing though, right?
It is.
I mean,
it is awesome.
It's become a you see pictures of him, you get to see him a little more. He looks really kind of old and slow, and anytime that he can play, I think we're all happy about it. So hopefully in the next week he can kind of figure it out and get to play next week.
Back at St. Andrews, where I think he's won twice.
Yep.
If there's gonna be a place where he could make a charge, it is without question St. Andrews, because he knows that place as good as anybody, and it's also a golf course too that, I mean, they've kind of lengthened it a little bit, but it's still, you can't really, I mean, it's landlocked, sea locked, and you can't really get longer than it is. So if the wind is blowing, I think it actually favors him, that golf course is just set up perfect for him. He can just iron play it around the play. I mean, I think the last time he won it, he didn't even hit it in a bunker, which is extraordinary. So if there's a place that he can compete, it would be definitely at the old course, in my opinion.
You spent some time across the pond.
I did.
Yeah. Did you play that course then?
I did, yeah.
And so what did you think of it as far as from playability? What would you compare it to? Do you compare it to Osgood? Do you compare it to
No,
Rose
I don't.
Creek, Edgewood?
It's unlike anything. The biggest takeaway from playing golf over there is how firm everything is. Like, it's the turf, when you walk out on links land, it's like pavement, so for hitting iron shots, it is awesome. I absolutely love hitting iron shots on true links turf. The ground game is a thing. Around here we play really soft. It seems like, we have, clay soil, which can get really hard, but also it can get really soft at times. And we don't play as much ground game as they play over there. So that's one of the things that is much more noticeable. A lot less lob wedges, a lot less lofting it up in the air, bumping it a lot, from all sorts of places. But as far as a comparison, gosh, there's not a whole lot that I could really compare it to. The one thing I think St. Andrews has is that the more you play it, the more you appreciate it. Because the first time I played it, I'm gonna be honest, I was like, that was it. Because it's flat, it's very flat, and you can't see a lot of the trouble, So, you're hitting shots and then you're like, oh my God, there's a bunker here. Like, I wish I knew that there was a bunker here. So I'd recommend anyone that's playing it the first time, play with a caddy or play with someone that's been there before. But then after you play it a few times, you're like, okay, I get it now. And I think, honestly, every time you play it, it just continually gets better. So
do you think, is there like a certain skill set, or, I mean, if someone's saying, I want to put some money down on this thing, not that we'd gamble or endorse gambling, but if we were, would there be like a certain skill set or certain player you would look for to play well?
Irons is a big deal. Proximity to the hole, somebody that can play well in all conditions, that can flight the ball. That's a big part. Because if the wind is blowing, you're gonna take a lot of those guys that maybe like to hit the ball high and throw shots. I would also take a veteran, somebody that's that's played there a few times. Definitely not a first timer.
So basically, Tiger kind of checked all those boxes.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, the other part is St. Andrews is one of those courses where it's not overly long, so it brings a lot of people into it too. So
I think I heard this morning Rory's the favorite,
and I wouldn't go against that. The one thing I have against Rory though is I think I mean, and I think he has gotten better at playing links golf. But early in his career, he came out and said, that even though he's a European player, everyone thinks that, and he did grow up playing Royal County Down, and the course up in Portrush and up in Northern Ireland. But predominantly, he's parkland. Like he's played a lot of parkland courses, and he really hasn't had an appreciation for links golf, I think, till later in his career. So, I don't know if, in his ball flight, he hits it really high, like high. So I don't know if the wind's blowing, it could, and he struggles with sometimes hitting it left. And St. Andrews, that's another thing. St. Andrews, you can hit it left, you can't hit it right. So that's another good point, I guess. So, because if you hit it left, you just hit it like on the front nine. If you hit it left, you hit it onto the back nine. If you hit it right, you're hitting it out of bounds. Back nine, you hit it left, you're hitting it onto the front nine. Right, you're hitting it out of bounds. So it just kind of does kind of wraps around itself. So out and in, true out and in. Yeah. Well, that was a little preview of the Open. Didn't expect that. That was good.
Sorry, through the curveball.
No, that was great. What else do we cook? Do we talk about LIV, live? Do we? No.
I got nothing.
Okay, good. We can speed bump that one. So, well, all right. What do we got? What do we got for swing stuff today?
Kind of impromptu.
Yep.
Our production meeting that we always have 3.5 minutes before we start the show.
Yeah.
About, I'm going to say 6 weeks ago, maybe even 7. We saw a picture of Pace hitting golf balls in Arizona. We said we were eventually going to get back to Pace and help him maybe with his golf swing a little bit. Well, we proceeded to go 7 weeks, and we haven't done it. So today,
I think there was snow on the ground. To be fair, there was like snow on the ground when we talked about it, right?
Yeah. So today we're going to try to maybe help him out a little bit. See if we can't at least show maybe some of the things that maybe he was doing, or maybe try to help him out. And if anybody else has any questions or wants to see us do anything, either with them live, or if they want to just try to send us something, we can try to diagnose it, and we can kind of go through it on our own as well.
Is this our way of like sweetening the pot, like live, so we can bring Pace back? Yeah. Get him back into marketing?
GoFundMe.
We can try.
Do you think he left because we didn't address his golf swing?
Yes.
Okay. I think that was a big part of it.
We're torturing him today even farther.
Awesome.
Okay, are we going to get a backstory on Pace, on your golf game? The state of the game. What is the state of the game, Pace?
I've actually been playing pretty well this summer.
Well, I'll mess that up in a hurry.
I've actually been pleased with how I've been playing. So
have you tried? Have you been working on stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Tom's Tips, here's a little plug on Facebook. I've been watching those and stuff like that. But on YouTube too, just find another tips. So.
By the way, Tom's Tips. It's a nice little deal. Yeah. Tom's good.
We taped 5 more yesterday.
Oh, cool.
So the next, I think, Pace, nice job getting it out yesterday. So every Tuesday, Thursday for at least the next 4 more weeks, we have more.
Good
we have
stuff.
More in the can. Is that how they say it?
That's how they say
old
it.
School. Yep. Laura's laughing because she doesn't know what in the can means because there's no can anymore.
It's in the can.
I'm thinking you're going somewhere else.
I know. Well, you got those legs showing, so I'm a little worried. So we're going to try to help Pace today.
Okay, how are we doing this? I need...
Ready to roll?
Want to do it?
Are we?
Okay.
Okay, swing it on over.
I don't know. Maybe we move this table over a little bit. Little in.
Oh, look at this. This is happening.
There you go.
These are all the behind-the-scenes stuff that you don't get to see on normal. We usually do editing. We're not editing. This is total live golf right here. All right. So Pace, why don't you show us an example of what you were like in Arizona?
Okay.
Right. We saw pictures of Pace, and he was fairly. We see this a lot, right? He took his motion. His downswing was fairly steep, going down. Go ahead, show us that, Pace. Don't hit the ball.
No.
right?
Yes.
Yep, fairly steep. You can see how the club is kind of going straight up and down, right? Which means pace is going to take really big divots, probably pull the ball to the left or slice the ball to the right. Okay? All right, so you've been working with Tommy's tips. You've been working on YouTube. Show us what you're trying to do. Not hit the ball, but show us what you're trying to do.
Yeah, so I'm trying to keep my left arm a little more straight here.
Okay.
And then when I come back, but I need to get a little more shallow, I believe,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And really come around on it. So what I'm struggling with right now is I am getting this arm fairly straight, but then when I'm coming through, you can kind of see I'm kind of coming over the top like this. And
Yep.
especially with my driver, a little snappy. So,
Okay.
or with
All right.
my woods, I should say.
Okay, so let's take a practice swing.
Okay.
All right, take it to the top for me. All right, so when we get to here like this, we're going to try to get pace to be a little bit more around the ball, around his body. And when pace starts down, what he means by shallow is we need to get the golf club working more this way. You can see how it shallows it out. If the club face, the club butt of the club itself isn't pointed at the ground, it's pointed in that direction. What happens then is then you can go ahead and do all the things that we're supposed to do, whatever those things are, and pace can now start to rotate through the ball, right, and follow through it. Okay, so on your own, feel like it shallows. Don't hit the ball yet. Don't take it back. What does it feel like to shallow it out? There you go. Good. All right, go ahead one more time. All right, good. And it's going to feel like to shallow it out, right? So notice how far the club is behind him now. We saw in the earlier pictures it was up on top of his shoulder, kind of up on top of that shoulder blade right there. He needs to get it underneath. What should start to happen, you may not get back to the ball right away because you're not as steep. You're used to standing up. You should be able to rotate it a little bit better. So this time we're just going to hit a shot. Okay, so you're going to take it back. Okay, you're going to hold it. I'm going to put you where I want you, and then you're just going to follow through. Don't expect you to hit it very well. The 10 people that are watching, there you go, good. Okay, so if you stay right there like that, go ahead. Yep, hit it, try to hit it. Nicely done. That right there is impressive.
That felt good, ladies
Right?
and gentlemen.
And you notice now, when we saw pace in March or April, it was pretty steep. Big divots going to the left, right? That one barely got down to the ball, the ball on the tee. All right, let's try it again. Hold it. Okay, where are you going to go from there, right? I'm just going to take it and go like that. Notice how the club, again, is underneath that shoulder. Wow. Wow.
Tour.
Live. Cut that out. Okay, this time you're going to do it no help.
I don't know.
Huh?
All right.
Let you move a little this way. Nope. There you go. Put it back. Nope. Lay the ball more forward in your swing.
Oh,
Okay. There you go.
Beauty.
We get asked a lot of times, am I slinging it the same with my driver as I am with my irons? Answer, boys.
Are you?
Yes. Are
Yes,
you?
absolutely.
Okay, you're trying to. What happens though? As the clubs get longer, you get farther away from it. So whatever angles you're creating, either steeper or shallower, right? Just make that accentuate even more, right? So again, when you see shallower on YouTube, right, you're trying to get it underneath that shoulder, right, as much as you can. All right.
You just hit it in.
Look at that. Edgewood tips right here.
Doctor.
It's hard to practice that in golf somewhat on your own just because you don't have anybody here to watch you. Go ahead, do that again. Right, take it back, right? So again, all we're looking for from behind is you need to try to get that golf club underneath his shoulder as much as you can. Don't worry about if at first you do it, you don't get back to the ball all the time. It'll take you a couple minutes, 3, 4, 5 swings to find the ball. Right.
There you go. That was good. There.
Tip your hat. Tip your hat.
That was good.
How's that feel, Pace?
Feels phenomenal. Yeah.
Are you even more satisfied?
Yes.
Less satisfied, partially satisfied. Would you
just,
recommend it to a friend?
You might have just sold your set of Oblates there.
Like those? I knew you would like those, Chris. Hold it this time. I'll put it down. Okay. Okay, so that one I overdid it a little bit. And when you're starting to train your body slightly, you need to overdo things, right? Because you're going to kind of want to work your way back to what feels comfortable.
Sound.
Yeah. All right. So when you see shallower or you hear shallower, there's a lot to YouTube, right? You can go out and probably just go shallow golf swings, and you're going to see a lot of them. You see a lot of tour players, a lot of really good players now. Go ahead and take a little swing for me, right? They're more upright on the backswing, and they're really trying to make sure that on the downswing they get way like this. It feels terrible, but just make some over-exaggerated practice swings like that, and you'll end up hitting it like Pace. How do we do, Pace? Good job.
Yeah, that was
was
awesome.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal.
Very nice.
Do you have anything else?
I don't think so. That was good stuff.
That was. By the way, is this the microphone?
Yep.
What is this for?
Yeah, I was gonna whip Pace if he didn't do what I told him to do.
All right. Do we have anything else to add today?
I think just Pace has worked himself into a new job. He left marketing. Now he's going to be leaving events, and he's going right to the live.
Yep.
Actually, I was thinking director of golf at Fargo Park. So
look at that.
There you go. Look at that.
That was good stuff, Greg. That made it really easy for the people to understand. I think Pace, you did a well job of being a good learner, student. Yes, exactly. So, man.
So if you need any help out there, Chris Larson, Greg McCullough, Matt Cook, Tom Porton, Christian. What's Christian's last name?
Stensgaard. Yeah.
Jack Powers,
Chris Croach.
Chris Croach. We have a lot of
Jeez.
capable teachers within the Fargo Park District.
So plenty of golf season right now too. So if you're interested, give one of us a call. We got full service driving range, and we'll be happy to the practice facilities right now between Edgewood and Osgood and Rose Creek. Like our practice facilities that we have at the Fargo Parks are incredible. So get out and use them, and if you need help, give us a buzz. We'd be happy to help. So, do you guys have anything else to add today?
I don't know if we can top that.
That was really good. I was really impressed. So, if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to Muni Misfits in the Morning on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook. Also, catch us on Spotify. And then, if you haven't checked out FargoGolf.net, please do that. You can check out all the 5 golf courses here in the Fargo Parks and hang out with us sometime. So thanks for tuning in. Do we have anything else to plug? Someone always puts something at the end. Okay.
We actually, at Edgewood Golf Course, Saturday, July 23rd, we actually have the Ping Tour Van on site. 9 to 1, Ping Tour Van. Call the golf shop, 232-284-24. 1 hour appointments. Okay, you have to have an appointment. You can't walk up.
And you're Saturday.
We are Saturday.
Okay, and we're
23rd.
We're Sunday.
Awesome.
So we're the day after.
Great.
So if you can't make Edgewood, come on over to Osgood, and we are from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock on Sunday.
We're all about play your best.
That's right. Play your best, people. And that's going to be, if you haven't seen the tour van, when the tour van comes out, holy cow, that's a cool deal. So really excited for that. Okay, anything else to plug? We're good. We're good. All right. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you next week. This is Muni Misfits in the Morning. Thanks for watching.